So guys, and welcome back to a brand new Hijomeatman news video. Today we're going to be talking about the F1 2020 driver lineup. Finally, all officially confirmed. It wasn't actually any surprises. Everything kind of went how I was expecting. So I could have actually done this video way earlier in time and get the information out for you guys. But yeah, we're going to do it today now that everything's officially confirmed. And we're going to go over each driver, well, each team, and talk about the drivers. So, starting off with the world champions in the constructor side of things, and also the driver world champion, is the Mercedes F1 team. Obviously, they will be keeping Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas. Both of them confirmed, obviously, for next season. With Lewis Hamilton's contract actually ending next season, also Valtteri Bottas, seeing as he's always on a one-year deal. Ferrari, they are keeping Sebastian Vettel and Charles Leclerc. Obviously, very interesting rivalry between these two. It's going to be very interesting to see how they roll with Sebastian Vettel's contract going into 2021. Whether he will still be in Ferrari in 2021, who knows? If next season doesn't quite go to plan, they might, give him the boot. You never know. And then Charles Leclerc's contract goes into 2022. So obviously long-term plans of Charles Leclerc, obviously coming from that Ferrari driver academy and picking up a couple wins in his rookie season, I guess you could say, in Ferrari, the debut season for Ferrari. So very good season for him. Over in Red Bull, this team recently got confirmed that they will be having Honda-powered engines in 2021, which is obviously good for them, picking up a couple wins already in their first year with the Japanese manufacturer. So, yep, they're keeping Max Verstappen, obviously, as the main driver, and Alexander Albon is going to be keeping that second seat. Had a pretty good season in that Red Bull car. Obviously, Pierre Gasly, the pressure kind of got to him, and he kind of lost his mojo, but the second he dropped down to Toro Rosso, he's had a great season. So very interesting. And yeah, Max Verstappen's contract goes to 2021, whereas Alexander Albon is a one-year contract. Then we go over to McLaren. Great season for them in 2019, picking up a podium with Carlos Sainz. They'll be keeping both of the two drivers, Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris. Very good partnership, this. I've got to say that they might be, or probably are, my favourite combination of teammates, I guess you could say. Like, they're always funny together, and they always get along pretty well. The memes are always glorious, and it's quite an entertaining team, just like a good environment. And obviously McLaren are keen on keeping this for long term in the future. But yeah, they'll be keeping both their drivers, Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris. Over in Toro Rosso, Pierre Gasly and Daniel Kvyat will be staying in that team. Obviously, Pierre Gasly will be looking to have another strong season in the Toro Rosso to try and get to that Red Bull seat once again. Obviously, similar. Well, Daniel Kvyat will be aiming to do the same, but Pierre Gasly obviously would want to, get back into that Red Bull team and kind of sort out the problems he had in that first attempt and rectify those results, and get those podiums, get those wins, like obviously what we was expecting from him. Moving over to Renault, the French manufacturer, we have Daniel Ricciardo and Esteban Ocon, who obviously came from the Mercedes family. He was in the garage all the time. He was the development driver, test driver, reserve driver thingy majiggy, but he is now over in Renault for a multi-year deal. It's going to be very interesting to see how he adapts over into the Renault car and see how he goes. Obviously, he's had a year out of Formula 1 racing, so it's going to be interesting to see how he goes up against Daniel Ricciardo, the Honey Badger, whose contract goes into 2021. Coming down to Alfa Romeo, they'll be keeping both of their drivers also, with Kimi Räikkönen and Antonio Giovinazzi, with both their contracts going into 2021. Sport Pesa Racing Point F1. I'm just going to call this Racing Point, this Sport Pesa thing. I don't like that. We're just going to call it Racing Point. They'll be keeping Sergio Perez all the way into 2022, so a very, very long-term contract. And then obviously Lance Stroll will also be in the team, but he is obviously the boss, well, the son of the boss. So I doubt he would get yeeted out of that team at any moment. But yeah, Lance Stroll, he'll still be in that team next season. Who knows for the 2021 season though? His dad might, you know, put a better driver in there if Lance Stroll doesn't pick up the pace to obviously get points for the team. Has F1, once again, they're keeping both of their drivers, Roman Grosjean and Kevin Magnussen, for another 1-year deal for both of them. And then Williams F1, the final team, they'll be keeping George Russell, who was obviously on that multi-year contract, which Williams don't want to lose. They don't want to lose him. They want to keep him for all the years they signed him, which is a little bit depressing for George Russell if Williams don't improve that car. And then Latifi is going to be the other driver to make his debut into Formula 1 with that Williams team. So yeah, guys, that is the driver lineup for next season. Hopefully it's a bit of a better season than this year. I mean, this year we've had some really good races, some really exciting races, but for sure the start of the season was very boring, and it would be nice to see the competition a little bit closer and have a little bit better racing in general. But yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Leave a like and subscribe for more content as always, and I'll see you with a brand new video very soon.